Out on the track now, your first qualifier of the evening, the number 100 car, CS Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald loses the handle over there off the second turn. Gerald rolling down across the clock. First lap time, 38.804, 38.804. Second lap a little better, 14.579 for Fitzgerald. On the track now from Greenwood, West Virginia, the 8 car, Bobby Hill.
They can do the rest of it.
First lap for Hill, 15.322 seconds. In the Tucker County Trucking entry, the number 31 car, Denny Chamberlain.
That's the best we can do. Okay, well, I'll try to do it. I'll try to do it.
Okay, we can do that. 14.854.
Chamberlain's first lap, 14.854 seconds. Chamberlain on the track now in the number 33 David Hill concrete car. David Meadows.
Okay, on the 31 Chamberlain, fast time. 1:14.
First lap, 14.485 seconds.
Okay, fast time 1:43.
Out on the track now in the 5M car, Scott McLeod.
Now I have the 5M, it's Mary.
First lap time for McLeod, 15.298 seconds for the Stanball, Kentucky driver. 6'8" out on the track now on the Golden Racing entry, Morgantown, West Virginia's Gary Dalton.
That second lap was 6.66.
First lap time, 14.905. Dalton's second lap, 14.880. 14.880 for Dotson. Dalton out on the track now in the number 3 car, Donnie Dotson out of West Union.
You now have 3. 14.948.
First lap time for Dotson, 14.948. 5-2 out on the track now, your late model point champion at Tyler County Speedway, Butch McGill.
You now have the 87
First lap for McGill, 15.403. 15 track now, your Stars points leader. This time, the number 99 car from Dresden, Ohio, Donnie Moran.
We now have the 99 14.922.
First lap for Moran, 14.922. 14.922. Second lap, lap, 1:4.784. On the track now from St. Mary's, West Virginia, the number 18 car, Benny Tiemann. Tiemann's first lap, 1:5.032. 15. That's true.
Huh?
That's true. Out on the track now from Parkersburg, West Virginia, to the Simonton Windows sponsor car, the number 30 of Steve Shaver.
Ought to be good racing the way the track is, though. It's not
Yeah.
going to favor anybody.
No doubt.
Shaver's first lap, 1:4.566 seconds, 14.6566. Second lap, 14.391. Out on the track now from Parkersburg, West Virginia, the number 89 car, Al Floor. Floor's first lap, 1:5.031. Out on the track in the 55 car from Sistersville's Ron Rush.
We now have the 55 car. It's a
16:07.
First lap, 16.077. Out on the track now from Kaiser, West Virginia, the number 42, the leading stars rookie of the year, Scott Brode.
now have the 42B as a boy.
14.462.
First lap for Brode, 1:4.462. Hit. First lap, 1:5.346, 5.362. Out on the track now from St. Mary's, West Virginia, your season championship race winner, Bill Childers.
15.346. Number 28H.
14.469.
First lap for Childers, 1:4.469, 5.4. From Sugar Creek, Pennsylvania, out on the track now in the one-star car, Chubb Frank.
469. We now have the one star.
First lap for Frank, 1:5.131. Who's this?
We got Scott Hartley.
14.
Second lap, 14.824 for Chubb Frank, and a 155 from Racine, Ohio, the Bandit, Bob Adams Jr. First lap for Adams, 1:4.695. On the number 40 Wheeling Tire Car from St. Clairsville, Ohio, Mike Eden.
695.
Eaton's first lap, 1:5.346.
Feather, feather, feather.
15.
Henderson's first first lap, 1:5.540. 04. Out on the track now from Weston, West Virginia, the number 68 car of Tim Hitt.
Now, number 68. Tim Hitt.
He was fast last time.
14.333.
First lap for Hitt, 1:4.333. 14th lap time, 14.533. 14.533 on the second lap on Tim Hitt. Out on the track now, the number 12 car from Cambridge, Ohio, Doug Dodd.
14.957.
First lap for Dodd, 14.957. Second lap for Dodd, 14.933 seconds. On the track now from Bristol, West Virginia, Mike Benedum. Benedum's first lap, 14.645. 5 for Benedum. Out in the Cowan Trucking entry from Duke Center, Pennsylvania, Todd Andrews.
14.645. 14.795.
First lap, 14.795 for Andrews. Second lap for Andrews, 14.635. Out on the track now from Coolville, Ohio, the number 10 car, Larry Bond. First lap for Bond, 15.260. Out on the track now from Parkersburg, West Virginia, the Floodwall Flyer, Mike Balzano.
Wow.
14.519.
First lap for Balzano, 14.519. Second lap, 14.548 for Balzano.
Fast time number 1.
Out on the track now from Sistersville, West Virginia, the 77 car of Don Rush. First lap for Rush, 15.468.
15.520.
First lap time for Pat Herrick, 15.520. Second lap time, 15.542. In the 1J car out of New Alexandria, Pennsylvania, Davey Johnson. First lap time for Johnson, 14.671. Second lap time, 14.694 for the Alexandria, Pennsylvania driver.
671.
Okay, right now she's 33, 68, 30, 42B, 03, E1, 6th place vehicle. 33.
Nope, children's still in there, isn't he?
What's that?
Who's 33? First lap time, 15.415 seconds. 5 car, Greg Eaton.
Okay, fast time.
Doug Eaton, rather, in a 55 car. Greg's the 70, Mike's the 40. Brian's the back doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got the number 55.
14,897.
First lap time, 14.897 for Eaton. Now, your Elkin Speedway season late model champ, the 00 car, Beverly, West Virginia's Chuck Harper. First lap for Harper, 14.878. 0.213. Out on the track now from Pennsboro, West Virginia, Frank Wilson. First lap for Wilson, 14.797. Second lap, 14.626. On the track now from Middleburn, West Virginia, the 32 car of Leroy Ferguson.
Now have the number 32.
Ferguson's first lap, 15.575. Francis. First lap for Francis, 14.676.
15.575. Now have number 15.
14,530.
Second lap, 14.530. Out on the track now from Wheelersburg, Ohio, the 77 car of Barry Bragdon.
Now have the number 77.
One man didn't come to this stuff here. Tell me.
14,684.
Bragdon's first lap, 14.684. First lap time for Hartman, 14.608. 541 out on the track now in the Emery Racing Engine 00 from New Martinsville, Steve Steele.
Now have the number 0 Steel.
First lap for Steele, 14.907. Seven car from Fairmont, West Virginia, Mark Myers.
Now have the number 57.
Myers first lap, 15.361. Myers second lap, 16.024. Out in the 24, Rayvest excavating entry from York, Pennsylvania, Rick Eckert.
I see lights everywhere, I think. Okay.
First lap time for Eckert, 14.803.
15.361.
Second lap for Eckert, 14.730 in the 24 car from Harrisville, West Virginia, the winner of your semi-late season championship race, Bob Keith. First lap for Keith, 15.293.
15,454.
First lap for Manette, 15.454.
Jerry's on and hollering for the first long time. Okie dokie, you're a good man.
Manit's second lap, 15.338.
5.338.
That's it.
That's it.
He's a 33 again. Mark it down. Mark this down.
Joe Meadows.
Joe Meadows, Joe Meadows, Joe Meadows.
I'm drawing a blank. So that concludes qualifications for the Stars late models tonight. And Joe Meadows out of Beckley, West Virginia, holds off all the traffic to be the top qualifier. In second spot, the 68 car of Tim Hitt. Third was Steve Shaver in the 30. Fourth was Scott Brode in the 42B car. Bill Childers in the 03 clocks in fifth fastest. And the sixth fastest car out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, the Floodwall Flyer, Mike Balzano. Those cars...
Who do we want for the national anthem?
Last qualifier Meadows.
Joe Meadows.
Flags up. We're ready to go racing this time by as Gary Metcalf and Tom Moore lead them down to the stripe. Dennis makes a charge to the bottom of the track. Tom Moore on the top. Here we go. Halfway this time by side for the lead. Time by for Tom Moore. Good race for third, too. Yeah. Dennis back to the bottom. Here they come with a lap to go. Dennis drives in high, going to try the bottom down the back straightaway. And we got him balled up in the first and second turn. AMRA Modified Division. Side by side into turn one. Off of turn two. Moore's going to hold him off down the backstretch for the last time. Checkered flags up. Tom Moore guarding the low side. Bruce Dennis looking for a place to race. Here they come off a fourth turn. And your winner by a bumper length in the black 55 car, Tom Moore holds off Bruce Dennis in the 7D. I think you've already radioed them down to him, didn't they?
I don't know.
What?
The lineups for the heat races?
Lineups over there, won't he? They've already got them.
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
thought.
Bobby does it, right?
Scott Farley got the flags up. Chris Fordyce and Randy Buchanan, a couple of Parkersburg area drivers, going to roll nice and slow off turn 4, and we get ready to go racing AMRA modified style. this time by, and your leader is still Chris Fordyce.
Yeah, I can. Yep.
2 laps to go this time by for your leader, Chris Fordyce. He's followed by Randy McCann and Greg Rice, Mike Wilson, and Charles Cochran. Into 3 and all before for the final time. Here he comes, the number 4, Chris Fordyce. He's your winner. Randy Buchanan ends up in the 2nd spot. He's followed by Greg Rice, Mike Bird Wilson in 4th, and the 19 car of Cochran in 5th. Giving features the number 53 cars, Toby Bechter out of Columbus, Ohio. Johnson moves off the outside pole and takes the lead going down the backstretch this time. Got Terry Hall moving to the outside, Michael Hall moving to 3rd. Johnson slides high, loops it in front of the field. Terry Hall in the 35. Here we go, flags are up and we go racing. A big move on the outside in that yellow 35 coupe. Here comes brother Michael moving to the outside in the 3rd spot. Jumps up on the cushion, and here he comes to the bottom. Oh, man, that's close. Ruckman moving into the 4th spot. Johnson jumps to the top of the track, drops back to 3rd. As Michael Halls moves into 2nd, he's going to try to close that gap between he and his brother Terry. He's waving his head. I believe he's all right, just a little disgusted. Caution flag. Two green cars going to tear each other up. Two laps to go this time by for your leader, Terry Hall. Speedway for the final time. Into 3 and off of 4, nice and smooth. Into 35, your winner from Pennsboro, West Virginia, Terry Hall. He's followed by brother Michael Hall in the 55, the number 59 car, Jim Ruckman. The 53 of Toby Betcher, the number 14 car, Bo Wiley, and the 57 of Tom Hopkins.
This is how that's all. He's in second heat.
Here's your lineup for heat race number 1 in your Stars late model division. On the pole, the heat race number 1, number 15 car, Steve Francis. Outside of Francis in a number 42 car, for heat race number 1, once again on the pole in a number 15 car, Steve Francis. Outside of Francis in a number 42 car from Duke Station, Pennsylvania, Todd Andrews. Row number 2 on the inside, Bob Adams Jr. Outside of him, the 31 of Denny Chamberlain. Row number 3 in the 55 car, Doug Eaton. Outside of him, the 18 car, Benny Tiemann. The next row, the 24 car of Bob Keith will be flanked by the number 40 of Mike Eaton. And in your 5th and final row, the 77 R of Don Rush. And outside of him, the 32 of Leroy Ferguson. Scott Farley's got his flags up. Everybody looks lined up good. And we'll go racing in the first heat race of tonight's Stars late model event. Francis and Todd Andrews lead them to the line. Caution flag falls for the second time in as many Stars races. Poor Bob Keith gets caught up in one.
And then the 77
Scott Farley once again has the flags up as they come rolling to the line. We'll try to restart our first Stars heat race. They'll never make it though. Chamberlain working on Bob Adams for that final transfer position. Halfway this time by your leader in the 15 car, Steve Francis. Car Bob Keith can't.
Single file on both of their tail.
Steve Francis has been racing since he's 15 years old, built his own cars. Here we go down the back straightaway. Got Todd Andrews right behind him. We're back to racing. Davis. Checkered flags up and out for your winner in the 15, Steve Francis. He's followed by the 42 of Todd Andrews and the A55 of Bob Adams Jr. In fourth spot, Benny teaming and rounding out the top 5 in the 55 car, Greg Eaton. So, Steve Francis, Todd Andrews, and Bob Adams Jr. transferring to tonight's 50-lap Stars main event. Race number 2 on the pole in the 75 cars, Bart Hartman. Outside of him in the 25, Mike Benedum. Row number 2 on the inside, the 24 of Rick Eckert. Outside of him in the 00, Chuck Harper. Row number 3, the number 12 of Doug Dodd. He'll be flanked by the 55R of Ron Rush. Row number 4 on the inside, the 5M of Scott McLeod. Outside, the 57 of Mark Myers. Row number 5, your final row, the 70 of Greg Eaton. And on the outside, the S3 of Bill Southall.
I was down there walking around the pit. I saw it parked right down here by the, just in the 7 cars. Yeah.
Mike Benedum on the outside of row 1 led a good deal last Saturday night's season championship race. That 25 been running real strong here at the Speedway. Mike was outside of him, local driver Ron Rush at your top 3 rows as we get back ready to go back to racing in heat race number 2 for the Stars late models. Hartman leads them off the corner in the green. Oh, not fall.
Tell him to warn him.
Zach Marks, come to the tower, please. Zach Marks, come to the tower, please, please. Here we go. Heat race number 2. We're going to try to start them a little bit closer. Bart Hartman and Mike Benedum. Row number 1, going to lead them off the 4th turn. Flags are up. Here we go. On the inside, Benedum on the outside for that 2nd spot. Here comes Chuck Harper in 3rd, 4th. Benedum now moves to the bottom. Eckert takes over 2nd. Benedum 3rd, Chuck Harper 4th, Doug Dodd 5th. With me. I'm sorry to give you something. Flags are up, going down the back straightaway. Bart Hartman's going to drop the gas, and here we go. starting to put the heat on Rick Eckert for that second spot. He's run good here. S3 out. White flags out with one more lap to go for your leader, Bart Hartman. Checker flag up and out for your winner from Zanesville High in the 75 car, Bart Hartman. Ace ball by Rick Eckert, Mike Benedum, Chuck Harper, and Doug Dodd. So Hartman, Eckert, and Dodd, Hartman, Eckert, and Benedum will all transfer into tonight's feature.
Yeah, he's really good here.
Here's your heat race for the third, or line up for your third heat race. Rather than the 100 car on the pole, C.S. Fitzgerald outside of him, the 1J of Davey Johnson. Row number 2, the 99 of Donnie Moran outside of him, the 14 of Gary Dalton. Row number 3, the 3 car Donnie Dotson on the inside with the 8 car Bobby Hill outside of him. Row number 4, on the inside, the 21 of Jason Meneed outside of him, the 87 of Butch McGill. And back in the 5th row by himself from New Martinsville in the 25 car Pat Herrick. Okay, the 87 car has scratched for the evening. Butch McGill will not make the call for the heat race, rather. He's scratched for the heat race. C.S. Fitzgerald going to lead him off the corner. Here we go. He will run up Concy. Davey Johnson jumps off the outside. Here he comes, leader, lap 1. Donnie Moran. Donnie Moran.
I know.
Donnie Moran dropped to the bottom of the track looking for second spot. That thing is really sticking. Look at that. Caution flag falls for the number 3S car, Donnie Dotson, as he loses the handle in turn 4. We'll go back to racing this lap. Yeah. Running better than he has all summer so far. Whoa, Moran got the back of him. Time by Moran, closing the gap between the 1J and himself. Moran drops to the inside, Johnson on the outside, the white flag's out. On the bottom, Johnson on the top here. They come off a 4 turn, and Johnson will hold him off for the win. Gary Johnson, Donnie Moran, and C.S. Fitzgerald will move into tonight's feature event. Gary Dalton finishes in the 4th spot. And on the pole from Pennsboro, West Virginia, Frank Wilson. Outside of Wilson, the 77 car from Wheelersburg, Ohio, Barry Bragdon. Row number 2, the 1-star car of Chubb Frank. Outside of him, New Martinsville, Steve Steele. Row number 3, the 89 of Al Floor. Outside of him, the number 10 of Larry Bond. Row number 4, the 28H of Shane Hitt on the inside. Outside of him, the 37 of Mike Hawkins. And row number 5 out there by himself in the number 5 car, Randy Henderson.
And aerodynamic, I think that's really like you're saying, when flapping around.
Steele, row number 2, Larry Bond. Shane Hitt, row number 3. Mike Hawkins and Randy Henderson, row number 4.
Feature, right? First 3 rows, okay.
Wilson and Bragdon going to lead them off the 4th turn. Got Frank Wilson once again on the pole. Local racer. Here they come down to the flag and they're on the green.
Careful, look. Oh, Frank. Oh,
And boy, oh boy, do we wad them up down in the 1st turn.
Okay, everybody gets their spots back except for one. All right. Keep that moving.
Steve Steele, a lot of body damage on the 00 car. He rolls down to the turn 3. Looks like Steve Steele's going to be able to rejoin the event in the 00 car, minus a little bit of body parts. And Randy Henderson looks like he's going to have to retire, because I don't know if he could see over the hood if he wanted to.
tell me if he makes it on turn 2 this time.
Yeah,
I can't watch.
he's been racing too long to pull that stunt.
I know.
No green, no start. Frank.
13.
Going to try it one more time. Frank Wilson Jr. jumped on the gas just a little early, trying to Frank Wilson Sr. jumping on the gas just a little early, trying to get.
It's too clever for this stuff. What's wrong with him tonight?
Opiates. Some opiates.
Yeah. Take it out from 2.
Not yet. Three wide down a back straightaway. Bragdon on the inside now. Wilson on the outside, and the sparks fly off the fence. Side by side coming on forward. Frank Wilson will lead your first lap. Barry Bragdon now moved to the inside, side by side down the back straightaway as Bragdon takes the lead. Here comes Wilson back on the bottom.
Peace out, buddy.
Good race. Side by side one more time down the back straightaway with Bragdon on the inside, Wilson on the outside. Bragdon takes the lead as a top 4. You can cover with a blanket. Steve Steele now moves to the inside. He's looking for that final transfer position. Side by side, bumping and banging. Here we go. Steve Steele and Wilson side by side down the back straightaway as Wilson moves to 3rd. Wilson trying to hold off Steele. Here we come off the 4th turn. Chubb Frank now moves into the 3rd spot as Barry Bragdon checks out on the field. Wilson moves back to the inside now.
You guys don't mind off?
Side by side now for the 2nd spot. Steele holds him off. Checkered flag's up and it's out. Here comes your leader in the 77, Barry Bragdon. Steve Steele's going to finish in second. Chubb Frank in third. Mike Hawkins is fourth. Frank Wilson fifth. What a heat race in your fourth late model heat race as Barry Bragdon takes the win. Steve Steele in second. Chubb Frank in third. Those three will transfer to the Knights A main. In the E1 car, the Floodwall Flyer, Mike Balzano. Outside of him, local driver Bill Childers in a 03. Row number 2, the 42 car from Kaiser, West Virginia, Scott Broad. Outside of Broad from Parkersburg, West Virginia, in the 30 car, the Simonton Windows entry of Steve Shaver. Row number 3 on the inside, the 68 car from Weston, West Virginia, the Dream Motorsports car, Tim Hitt. And on the tail, your fast qualifier from Beckley, West Virginia, the 33 of Joe Meadows. Laps in our helmet dash, and once again, how they finish will determine how the first 3 rows line up in a nice 50-lap main. Balzano and Childers lead them off of turn 4. Here we go. The flags are up. It looks like it'll be a good start. Scott Farley will drop a green. Here we go. Steve Shaver up the inside like a bullet.
Wow, he's falling, buddy.
I think he's done about all he's going to do, though. He might get Childers, but I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either.
He's going backwards now.
Bill is running. Oh. They go backwards now. There's Ella.
Brood on the inside, Childers on the outside for that second spot. And Mike Balzano's checking out front. The race now is for second. Childers holding off Broad. The number 33 car, Ametta's fourth. Dave Meadows, 33.
42.
Scott Broad. White flag out. Here we come. One more lap to go. Hang in there, Bill Dunn. Checkered flags up and out. Here's your winner, the E1 car, Mike Balzano. Here's a race for second off the 4th turn. It's Bill Childers, Scott Broad, Dave Meadows, Tim Hitt, and the 30 car, Steve Shaver.
They finished first. 68, 1 to 30.
Yeah.
Right.
So how they finish once again is going to be how they line up the first row. Will be Mike Balzano with Bill Childers on the outside. 21 cars, Kevin Dotson outside of him, and the number 10 car is Brian Mitchell out of Belington, West Virginia. The 44 car is Johnny Riley out of Buchanan. 94 cars, Paul Watson Jr. The 69 car is Pat Frazier from Mount Clara, West Virginia. 89 is Jerry Teeter out of Elkins, West Virginia. The 86 is Doug Landers. 98, Mike Dotson. The 12 car, Denny Sandy. We're ready to go racing. Flying Brian Schaefer making a big move on the outside in that number 4 car, and he's coming to the front. Wow, what a move. What's that? Yellow flag falls for the number 21 car, Kevin Dotson. 44 cars, Johnny Riley. Outside of him, Paul Watson Jr. And here we go racing. And a traffic jam deluxe as the hobby stalkers run 3 and 4 wide. Schaefer moving into the top 5. He's your season point champion here at the Speedway. And Pat Garrett's their leader in the number 3 car. This time by is the number 10 of Brian Mitchell, moving in to put some pressure on Garrett. Mitchell on the bottom, Garrett losing the handle and runs into the infield. Your new leader in the number 10 car is Brian Mitchell. Black 3 is out. 5 laps to go for your leader in the 10 car, Brian Mitchell. Mitchell gets high. Here comes Denny Sandy working on Chad Dodson for that 2nd spot.
That's correct.
Flying Brian Schaefer on the high side of the Speedway. He's moving up for the 3rd position. Comes charging by Sandy on the outside. Moves into 3rd. Schaefer on the outside of Dodson. Here he goes for the 2nd spot, making a big charge from the back of the field. S15 and out. 2 laps to go. Here comes flying Brian Schaefer on the inside. Brian Mitchell on the outside. Schaefer moves into the lead. Mitchell moves back to the bottom, side by side into 3. White flag out. One more time around. You can throw a blanket over the top 3 cars. Denny Sandy now moves into 2nd spot. And your winner in the 4, flying Brian Schaefer.
Oh, there she is. That's yeah.
12-lap consolation race. The top 2 cars will go to the feature. There's 2 cars that are a feature event, and the first of 2 B main events.
40 needs to go up to 24K. There we go.
We don't know who it is.
Consolation race.
We got to check every one of them for that reason.
Fuel cap on.
We're missing a fuel cap on the car.
B main event. Once again, 12 laps, 2 cars to tonight's 50-lap feature. Teeman and Dalton going to lead them off the 4th turn. Scott Farley's got the flags up. 12 hard laps, 2 guys will go to the feature. Here we go. this time by your leaders, Gary Dalton. Right behind him, the 18 of Benny Tiemann, and they go side by side for that third spot with the 55 of Doug Eaton and Bobby Hill. White flag out, your leaders, Gary Dalton. Checkered flag up for your winner, Gary Dalton. He's followed by Benny Tiemann. Third spot will go to the number 55 car, Doug Eaton.
He'll go on the inside, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So your winner, your first B main event from Morgantown, West Virginia, the Golden Racing entry of Gary Dalton. Then second spot and also transferring into the feature from St. Mary's, West Virginia, in the pizza station, number 18, Benny Tiemann. Chuck Harper outside him, the 37 of Mike Hawkins. Row number 2, Doug Dodd on the inside and Frank Wilson Sr. on the outside. Row number 3, Scott McLeod. He's flanked by Larry Bond. Row number 4, Mark Myers in the 57, the 28 is Shane Hitt. Row number 5, the 55 of Ron Rush. Outside of him, Randy Henderson in the 5. Then comes the 70 of Greg Eaton. Outside of him in the S3, Phil Southall. And the 89 car on the tail of Al Floor. Once again, the winning 50-50 ticket number, 381733. Bring that up to the press box. 381733 is tonight's zip code, isn't it? Flags are up. Here we go. 12 laps in our second B main. Side for the third spot. Bond on the inside, Wilson on the outside. Here comes Doug Dodd. Up front, it's Mike Hawkins in the 37 and Chuck Harper in the 00. Harper on the inside, Hawkins on the outside. Still rolling. He lost it down there. 3 out. Harper. Down the back straightaway, the final time into 3 and all 4 on the high side. Here comes your winner, the 37 of Mike Hawkins. He's followed by Chuck Harper, Larry Bond in second. The real races for fourth. Frank Wilson, Scott McLeod, Mark Myers, Doug Dodd, and Ron Rush. So Mike Hawkins leads it green to checker, and he and Chuck Harper will transfer in tonight's 50-lap main event.
Hey, car toward the pole tomorrow night.
Who?
Max Wilson.
Paul? No, Johnny Moran. Good, drunk off that'll win.
Outside him, the 03 of Bill Childers. Row 2, the 42B car, Scott Brode. Outside him, your fast qualifier, and the 33, Joe Meadows. Row number 3 in the 68 car is Tim Hitt. Outside of him, the 30 car, Steve Shaver. Row number 4 in the 15 car, Kentucky, Steve Francis. Outside of him, Ohio's Bart Hartman. Row number 5, the 1J of Davey Johnson. He's flanked by the 77 of Barry Bragdon. Row number 6, the 42 car, Duke Center, Pennsylvania's Todd Andrews. Outside of him, Rick Eckert out of York, Pennsylvania. Row number 7, the 99 car, tomorrow night's pole sitter, Donnie Moran. He's your points leader in your Stars division. Outside of him, New Martinsville, Steve Steele. Row number 8 in the 855 cars, Bob Adams Jr., the Bandit. And outside of him, Mike Benedum from Bristol, West Virginia. In the 9th row, in the 100 car, C.S. Fitzgerald. Outside of him, the 1-star cars, Chubb Frank from Sugar Grove, Pennsylvania. Row number 10, the 14 car of Gary Dalton. Outside of him is Mike Hawkins in the 37. In your final, 11th and final row, in the 18 car from St. Mary's, West Virginia, is Benny Tiemann. Outside of him, from Elkins, West Virginia, the Elkins track champ, the 00 car, Chuck Harper. 50 laps and a kickoff to the Stars, 50-lap Stars feature.
I have no idea why.
John.
Explain to them that Steve Steele did not drive the car, Gary. Steve Steele here did drive the car. Because of what happened, he has to go to the tail. Steve Steele is in the car. Okay, then he flies to go off race.
So Steele's gonna take the tail?
I don't know. We'll have to hide and watch. The lap Stars late model feature. And Steve Steele has rejoined the field. He will start at the tail in the Emery Racing Machine 00. 22 cars, 50 laps, $5,000 to win. And to kick off to the Stars 50-lap feature event.
Get her going.
Field starts to form up. They're going to get them lined up, tightened up, and we're going to go racing.
Get her going.
Yeah, we are.
Pick models.
Discuss what we do.
The Floodwall Flyer and Wild Bill Childers will lead them into 3. Round 4, Scott Brode in the 33 car. Joe Meadows in row number 2. Here they come. Scott Farley's got the flags up. Green's out.
Still dusty.
Francis, 003 of Bill Childers changed third place. Balzano now moves in on heavy lap traffic. Joe Meadows running second, Francis third, Childers fourth, Hartman fifth. Balzano in heavy traffic now as he works the bottom of the speedway up across the nose of Chuck Harper, moving in on Mike Hawkins and Steve Steele. Heavy lap traffic for the leader as he works the top of the speedway going into 1 and 2, drops to the bottom underneath the Hawkins. Up the backstretch, 3 wide. Balzano moving to the outside of Steve Steele now as he's putting some distance between himself and a 33 car, Joe Meadows. The 15 car now in third spot, 75, Bart Hartman in fourth. Tim Hitt running fifth. Up the high side of the speedway, back down the back straightaways. He's really putting some distance between he and the second place car. Steve Francis now in second, Bart Hartman in third, David Meadows in fourth, Tim Hitt in fifth. Side by side there for the second spot. Hartman on the inside, they touch, they bump, Francis on the outside. On the outside, Hartman on the inside for second spot. Hartman takes over the second spot now as the number 15 of Francis slips back to third. Donnie Moran is now in fourth and Dave Meadows in fifth. Tim Hitt moves under Joe Meadows for the fifth spot. Balzano in heavy traffic again as he works behind Bob Adams Jr. in the 855 car. Balzano down to the bottom of the speedway working under the 42 Cowan trucking entry. Halfway through the 50 lap event and Mike Balzano working traffic masterfully. Balzano now moves to the bottom of the 24 car for Rick Eckert. He's going to come up now. Next lap car will be Chubb Frank in a 1-star car. Bart Hartman running second. Donnie Moran now has moved all the way up to third spot. Steve Francis running fourth. 33. Joe Meadows in fifth. 68. Balzano patiently working the bottom of the track. Frank on the top side, Balzano on the bottom side. He's got a quarter lap lead now on Bart Hartman in second spot. Donnie Moran now starts to move in on second place. Bart Hartman. Balzano now clears the lap car. On the inside, Chubb Frank on the outside. Balzano clear sailing till he gets to Mike Benedum. Heavy lap traffic as we do not have any attrition in the race tonight. Moran now closes in on Bart Hartman for the second spot. Balzano still with a half lap, quarter lap lead. The top side of the racetrack. He's now working on Scott Brode. Dives in between Brode and Barry Bragdon. Balzano threatening to make this a runaway. Moves to the bottom of the track. Now underneath the number 33 of Joe Meadows. Getting faster now, works with the lap traffic perfectly. Balzano on the bottom, Mike Hawkins on the outside, the next one to go a lap down. Yeah. 10 laps to go this time. Bye for your leader, Mike Balzano, as he threatens to run away with the race. Into 3 and 4 for second spot. Mike Balzano pulls up on the back of the 1J car, Davey Johnson, as he threatens to lap a field, and a caution flag comes out as your second place car, Bart Hartman, sits in a corner with a collapsed right front suspension. Wow, how would you like to score this thing?
Oh man, it's flying.
Mike Balzano out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, putting on a driving clinic in traffic tonight as he's pulled out to a good lead. Donnie Moran now running second in the 99 car. Can you get the remote mic for me tonight? Flip it on and off. Bart Hartman retires the pits with the right front collapsed on that car. 41 laps down in a 51 lap of main event. And Mike Balzano, the Floodwall flyer out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, really doing a number as he pulled out to a nice lead. Got several lap cars in between, 6 lap cars in between he and second spot Donnie Moran right now. Top 5 is?
It's
He's behind him now.
Moran, the 15.
What's that? Moran, and then who?
15, I believe. Let's see, what do they come around here? Balzano.
We're ready. Line together.
Moran.
Mike Balzano will lead them down the back straightaway this time. He's running first. Donnie Moran's in second. Got a lot of lap cars in between the two. We'll start at the pylon. The flags are up. Here we go. 9 more laps of racing. 15 jumps. leader in E1, Mike Balzano. Donnie Moran trying to work his way through traffic, works underneath the 03 car of Bill Childers. But in the meantime, Balzano's worked to almost a half a lap lead. With 2 laps to go as Mike Balzano catches the lap traffic once again. Moran works free of lap traffic, but Balzano has a straightaway advantage on him as it comes down. Here it comes on the last lap. White flag up and out for your leader, Mike Balzano. Donnie Moran running second, but time's running out. The final time down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Coming off the bottom side, here is your feature winner, Mike Balzano. Donnie Moran in second spot.
I'll be up.
Going to do the hat dance right now. Frank Wilson Jr. presenting a trophy to Mike Balzano. Get Frank in their picture there. Kick off the Stars winner, 50 laps. Mike Balzano, the winner, made it look easy, fans. Congratulations, Mike. Real nice drive tonight.
Yeah, car, we were lucky started up front, but everything, the car was real good. Thank Mark Richards, Steve Baker. They've worked with us quite a bit on this rocket car. And Hoosier Tires, Drames, we got my motor program real good for us. And, most of all, my father, he sticks with me 100% and it all, pays off at the end.
You've had a real good last month or so. You've been real strong everywhere you went, and you kind of drove like you'd been here before tonight.
Yeah, I was looking in the book. I think it's been a couple years, since I've won a race here, but we've won 20 or 30-some features here, so I like this place. It's been good to me.
Former track champion. Give him a nice hand from Parkersburg, West Virginia, the Floodwall Flyer, Mike Balzano.
Have Mike.
Tom Moore outside of him in the 4 cars, Chris Fordyce. Row number 2, the 7 car is Bruce Dennis, and outside of him, the number 6 car is Randy Buchanan out of Vienna, West Virginia. Row number 3, the 21 car, Mark McGill. Outside of him, the 88 car, Greg Rice. Row number 4, the 22 of Denny Klug. Outside of him, the 20 of Mike Wilson. Next row, the 7 of Nick Crawford, 19C of Cliff Cochran. The S3 is Bob Adams Jr., 75, Steve Waggle. 36 car, Gary Midcap Jr., the 1A car, Doug Henry. 37 is Mike Hawkins. 33 cars, Ed Probst. And back by himself in a 51 car, Steve Roberts out of Middleburn.
How many laps, Gary?
15.
15 laps in your AMRA modified feature. Tom Moore, Chris Fordyce lead them off of 4, low and slow. The flags are up. Here we go. Flags are up. We'll start this time by Fordyce and Dennis lead them to the flag. Here we go. Fordyce on the inside takes the lead away from Dennis. Comes Mike Wilson high up on the top side in the third spot. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway on lap number 2. Fordyce on the outside, Dennis on the inside now. Side by side once again down the backstretch, and now Mike Wilson joins the race. Flag comes out for the number 6 car, Randy Buchanan from Vienna, West Virginia, as he loops it around on turn 2. He's back under his own power. And you can throw a blanket over the top 3 as Chris Fordyce, Bruce Dennis, and Mike Wilson really going after it for that lead spot. Into the fence on the back straightaway in the 51 cars. He backs it up against the fence. I'd hold off Dennis and Wilson. 9 laps to go in our feature. This time by your leader, still Chris Fordyce. Dennis and Fordyce side by side for the lead down into 1. Fordyce jumps the cushion. Dennis drives to the bottom. Fordyce charges back on the outside. Dennis stays on the bottom. It's Dennis, your new leader. To go this time by for Bruce Dennis. Chris Fordyce second, Mike Wilson third, Mark McGill fourth, and Nick Crawford still hangs on that 5th spot. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that earlier. Here's your winner in the 7-car, Bruce Dennis. He's followed by Chris Fordyce, Mike Bird, Wilson, Mark McGill, Nick Crawford, Cliff Cochran, Greg Rice, Steve Waggle.
That's it.
There he is, your winner in the 7D car from Lowell, Ohio, Bruce Dennis. Want to remind everybody, tomorrow night here at the Speedway, 50 more laps of Stars Racing and a 50-lap feature tomorrow night. Make sure you're back here at the Speedway. See if Mike Balzano can double up or if it's going to be Donnie Moran, your pole sitter. One more time, tomorrow night at the Speedway, the Stars will be back along with the regular racing divisions as they run their feature events from the rained out race July the 15th.
Bell,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
at one track.
Yeah, he's tough. Well, he didn't win Saturday like that. I mean, yeah, all I don't know what paid.
Dave Summers. Outside of Summers in the 81 car is Charlie Creighton. Row number 2 in the 47 car is Kip Todd. Outside of Todd in the number 3 car is Mike Headley. Back by himself in that 3rd row, the number 82 car of Stephen Reeves of Albany, Ohio.
Terry, you need to call this well. I'd say
Green flag's out, and here we go, 4-cylinder racing. Dave Summers and Charlie Creighton up front, Kip Todd and Mike Headley 2nd row, and Stephen Reeves back there in the 82.
come back in. Brady. Around the same time. We start right in the middle of the call.
Seventh lap. Seventh lap. I suppose.
About what we did tonight on the heat races, I got features with heats for these guys to make tomorrow.
We got 2 heat races, that's all we got.
Okay.
We got 2 heat races, that's all we got left. Everything else is featured.
Dave Summers out in the lead, and they got them stacked up, and for the 2nd spot, Charlie Creighton trying to hold off Kip Todd, Mike Headley, and Stephen Reeves. Kip Todd losing the handle in the black Pinto.
All by himself. You don't want that far behind.
Racing 4-cylinder style.
Yeah, I did. Come on, baby, come on. Keep her right there, grab.
Halfway this time, and Dave Summers continues to lead.
Everything get no boots. Going in every sweet spot.
I believe you're right.
He's back.
Number 3 of Mike Headley develops a flat tire, and he drops to the infield. And appears Charlie Creighton having problems with the 81 car. He moves pit infield way. 2 laps to go, a 3-car shootout in our 4-cylinder divisions. Kip Todd moves in on your race leader, Dave Summers. Side by side in the Dolph turn 2. Summers holding the high groove. Todd and Summers get together. Ho holds on to it. Stephen Reeves moves by for the 2nd spot. Todd slides up the speedway. The white flag's out this time by, and here comes Stephen Reeves in the 82 car. He's going to try Summers. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Here comes Summers on the inside. Summers on the outside, Reeves on the inside. Side by side in the 4. Here they come off 4. It's going to be Dave Summers, Steve Reeves finished second. Kip Todd's going to round out your top 3.
And it is exactly 11 o'clock. Pretty darn stiffy, really.
Hey, we're done. Radio's going, guys. Tough shit. We had enough of this crap tonight. Now we get to home and go work again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation.
Hey, you know what? You do something, okay? That's the plate.
I know.
I know that.
I love it. I love it all.
Here's your cat, son.
Give him a nice hand as he crawls out of the car. Nice sportsman. The number 15 car. The winner tonight, Dave Summers.
That's right. You working on that one yet?
Thanks.
Well, I didn't know when you started it. I wasn't sure.
Just
Oh,
now.
okay. Well, okay, then you need to...
Want to remind everybody, if you haven't